Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, pag-uusapan naman natin ang Intertext ng Reading and Writing Skills Quarter 4, Module 4. Pero bago ang lahat, shoutout muna sa classmate ko nung high school kay Ronilo Apipi. Pagamping niya kanunay bay. God bless. So intertext. Intertextuality or intertext is one method of text development that enables the author to make another text based on another text. So basically, nakagawa si author ng sulat niya, ng piece of work niya, base sa mas naunang piece of work. So bali na impluwensyahan siya, nakuha siya ng idea galing sa lumang piece of work para makagawa ng mas bago. It happens when some properties of an original text are incorporated in the text that is created by another author. One good reason why it occurs is perhaps the second writer is greatly affected or influenced by the first writer, leading to a combination of imitation and creations. So parang kung ako yung writer, may isip ko, uy, ang ganda ng kwentong nabasa ko. Sige, gagawa ako ng bago. Medyo katulad nun. Yun yung nangyayari sa intertextuality. Kaya ang resulta, yung gawa ko, may pagkakatulad dun sa mas naunang gawa. Ang intertext kasi, hindi lang siya connection sa ibang piece of work. Kasi involved na rin dito yung pagbibigay ng meaning ng audience o readers sa isang piece of work dahil na-impluwensyahan sila sa isa pang piece of work. So, kunwari, magdo-drawing ako ng isang superhero. Labas yung brief, may kapa. Tapos lagyan ko ng letter J dito sa dibdib. Ano sa tingin nyo powers niya? Siyempre, isipin nyo, malakas yan. Nakakalipad. May laser. Bakit? Kasi kilala nyo si Superman. Binigyan nyo ng meaning yung sarili kong piece of work dahil meron siyang intertextuality. Ang piece of work ko ay connected sa isa pang piece of work. Gumawa kayo ng ideya kung ano yung bagong piece of work. Meron pang isang example. Bigyan ko kayo ng clip ng galing sa sa New Mutants. Ito, panoorin nyo. Oh, kala nyo may mangyayari Bakit? Kasi kadalasan napapanood natin sa ibang movie, pag finokus yung mata, pagdilat, either umiilaw siya, nagbabaga, naging color red, pero hindi siya nangyari. Kasi iba siyang piece of work. Binigyan nyo ba ng meaning? Yes. Naging meaningful sa inyo to. Kasi na-impluwensyahan na kayo nung ibang piece of work. So, ganun lang yung intertextuality. So, what's in the last lesson? Huwag na yan. What's new? Directions. Rearrange the jumbled letters to decode the needed words. After doing so, put these words together inside the box below to unlock the meaning of the given term. So, jumbled letters. Meron kayong tatlong jumbled letters. I-arrange down yun daw to para malaman kung ano ba talaga yung ibig sabihin ng intertext. So, intertext simply means connection between texts. So, intertext or intertextuality is technically defined as a process of text development that merges two more processes such as imitation and creation when doing a text. So, it involves imitation because the author is highly influenced by another author, comes up with his own version of the text consciously or unconsciously. So, ibig sabihin, pwedeng alam ni author na kumukuha siya ng ideya dun sa nauna or pwede ning hindi niya alam. Unconsciously, kasi na-influensyahan sa doon, naging idol niya yung piece of work, pwedeng namangha siya dun sa naunang piece of work. So, nung gumawa siya, hindi niya namalayan na medyo may pagkakatulad na pala dun sa mas naunang gawa. So, yun yung ibig sabihin ng unconsciously imitating the original version. Elaboration on intertextuality. Intertextuality has rooted from the work of a Swiss linguist, Ferdinand de Saussure. Hindi ko alam kung paano i-pronounce. Meanwhile, the term itself was first used by Bulgarian French philosopher and psychoanalyst Julia Kristeva in the 1960s. Meron daw intertextuality kapag merong apat na specific method. So, yung apat na yun yung retelling, pastiche, quotation, and allusion. A method, retelling, it is the restatement of a story or re-expression of a narrative. So, inulit mo lang yung kwento. Kwento mo yung kwento. Yun yung retelling. Quotation, it is the method of directly lifting the exact statements or set of words from a text another author has made. So, alam naman natin na pag sinabing quotation, gagamit ka ng mga quotation mark. In between those quotation marks, ilalagay mo yung word for word na pagkakasabi or pagkakasulat galing sa isang piece of work. Quotation. Allusion. In this method, a writer or speaker explicitly or implicitly pertains to an idea or passage found in another text without the use of quotation. So, nagre-refer ka or nagper-pertain ka sa isang idea na located sa isang piece of work. Either explicitly halata or implicitly hindi halata. Pastiche.
Pastiche.
Pastiche. It is a text developed in a way that it copies the style or other properties of another text without making fun of it, unlike in a parody. So, kung hindi nyo pa alam yung parody, ito yung panggagaya sa isang original work, pero this time, ginawa na siyang comedy. Okay? Yun yung kabaliktaran ng pastiche. Pastiche kasi, gumagamit pa rin ng same style, okay, same properties, pero hindi siya ginawang katatawanan. Questions used to validate intertext. Number 1 question, are there 2 or more stories involved? Dapat merong 2 or more stories involved kasi kaya nga pag sinabi nating intertextuality or intertext, merong connection in between text. So, kailangan more than one siya. Number 2, does the text show a direct or an indirect connection to another piece of work? So, pwedeng direkta, pwede ring hindi direkta yung connection ng dalawang piece of work. What's more, activity 1.1, identifying intertext. Analyze each statement, then answer the guide questions. Write the answers on a separate sheet. So, number 1, Victor Magtanggol is a fantasy series based on Norse mythology of Europe. So, Victor Magtanggol is fantaserye ng GMA7. Base daw ito sa isang Norse mythology sa Europe. Kabilang dito sila Odin, Thor, Loki, Heimdall. So, sila Zeus kasi, Hera, Aphrodite, Poseidon sa Greek mythology kasi siya. So, letter A, are there 2 or more stories involved? The answer is yes. Ang story ni Victor Magtanggol at ang story sa Norse mythology. Naalala ko yung interview kay Alden Richards regarding the animation.
Parang 2 levels higher than yung mga nakita kong effects. So this is really something to look forward to.
Letter B. If yes, what are they? So yun na yung sinagot ko na to kanina. Victor Magtanggol and the story in Norse mythology. Letter C. Is there a connection between these texts? So the answer here is either yes or no lang. The answer here is yes. What type of text development is this? This type of development is intertext. Number 2, Frankenstein by Mary Shelley is a horror novel. It is also called the modern Prometheus because it is believed to be inspired by the story of Prometheus found in a Greek myth, showing a lesson that we should not go beyond the boundaries intended for humans, like restoring the life of someone who is already dead. So, I believe that most of the students kilala na si Frankenstein's pag sinabing Frankenstein at ang naiisip nyo yung monster, nagkakamali kayo doon. Kasi yung Frankenstein dito, nagpe-pertain kay Victor Frankenstein. Siya yung doktor na bumuhay sa isang monster. Yung monster na yon walang pangalan. Okay? Tinawag lang siyang Frankenstein's monster. So, in short, Frankensteins. So, si Prometheus naman is a Titan god. Sa isang kwento sa Greek myth, siya yung naghulma sa mga tao gamit ang isang clay. Tapos si Athena yung nagbigay buhay sa kanila. Letter A, are there 2 or more stories involved? Yes, the answer is yes. Letter B, if yes, what are they? So, ito yung Frankenstein at Greek mythology. Is there a connection between texts? Or is there a connection between these texts? Yes. Letter D, what type of text development is this? Intertext. So, number 3, Indio, written by Suzette Doctolero, is a drama epic fantasy. It is created out of the influence of both Philippine history and Filipino mythology. So, are there 2 or more stories involved? The answer is yes. If yes, what are they? Indio and Philippine history and Filipino mythology. Is there a connection between these texts? Yes. And letter D, what type of text development is this? Intertext. So what I have learned, write the letters of the words that will fill in the blanks or blanks siguro to. Choose your answer from the word pool. Write only the letter of the correct answer on your answer sheet. So meron kayong word pool, doon kayo pipili ng mga sagot. Number 1, intertext means blank between or among text. So naalala niyo yung lock kung saan inarrange nyo yung mga jumbled letters, doon nyo makukuha yung sagot. Kaso lang, synonym lang nun. Okay? Kasi yung sagot doon, wala sa word pool. So, ano ba yung synonym ng connection? Yun yung answer sa number 1. Number 2. Intertextuality occurs with allusion, pastiche, quotation, and andito yung sagot. So, nasa module lang yung sagot. Yun, sa page 16. Number 3, pastiche is the opposite of. Nasa page 16 pa rin yung answer. In the retelling method, there is blank of story. So, basahin nyo yung retelling part, yung sagot, nando dun. Okay? Number 5, it is better to have loved and lost than to never love at all. My answer is an absolute yes. So, this is an example of, basahin nyo yung table 1, elaborating intertextuality sa page 16 pa rin, nandoon yung answer sa number 5. So, analyze nyo yun para makuha nyo yung sagot. What I can do, imagine yourself as a writer. Write a 1-paragraph story. So, mga 3 to 4 sentences lang daw. Using intertext as the mode of text development. Include a reference such as a word, phrase, concept, quotation of another work in your text. So, madali lang to. Kasi ibabase nyo naman yung kwento nyo or yung paragraph nyo base sa ibang kwento kung saan kayo pamilyar. Dapat makikita ni teacher na merong reference, like for example, concept. Okay? So, kung meron kayong paboritong palabas, ano ba yung concept nun? Gagayahin nyo lang yung concept. Okay? Hindi naman to the point na ginaya nyo na lahat na pwede na kayong kasuhan ng plagiarism. Dapat maganda yung pagkakagawa nyo ng paragraph. Meron akong video about paragraph development. Ang link nun nasa description down below. So, check nyo na lang. Kasi yung paragraph merong 3 parts. Okay? Ang first part is topic sentence, second is supporting details, and third is clinching sentence. So, dapat present siya sa gagawin mong paragraph. Assessment. Kung naintindihan nyo yung module, madali nyo lang masasagutan yung assessment. Additional activities. Directions. Write I if the given is intertext and NI if not. Use a separate sheet of paper to write your answer. So, para sagutan ito, di ba, balikan nyo yung page 16, table 2, identifying intertext. Andito kasi yung mga question para ma-validate mo kung intertext siya. So, balikan natin yung additional activities. So number 1, Don Bosco crafted Fast City, which is about an interactive story presenting a set of problems and psychological cases put within a technology-obsessed urban space. So, meron bang dalawang story involved? Meron bang direct or indirect connection sa dalawang piece of work? Number 2, the 10 Commandments of Marriage was crafted out of the 10 Commandments. So, ang first work dito is the 10 Commandments of Marriage. Ang second work is the 10 Commandments. So, intertext ba to or hindi? Number 3, The Museum by Adam Kenny offers the experience of being in a museum by providing each page to each part of the museum and giving the readers instructions as to where he or she wants to go by providing access to the various portions of the museum. So, ilan ba yung stories na makikita mo sa number 3? Isa or dalawa? Number 4, Wicked by Gregory Maguire came into being because of another story of Frank Baum, which is The Wizard of Oz. Dalawa. Ang first story is Wicked, the second is The Wizard of Oz. Number 5, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. So, ayan, kung mapapansin nyo, meron siyang mga quotation mark. Diba? Sa table 1, elaborating intertextuality, pwede kang mag-retell, pwede kang mag-quote, pwede ka rin gumawa ng allusion or pastiche. So, meron ba tong intertextuality or wala? So, I think that's gonna be all for intertext. So, aside from this video, meron pa akong ibang video about various topics explained in Tagalog. I-click nyo na lang yung link na nasa screen nyo ngayon or check nyo lang yung descriptions para sa mga links papunta sa iba't ibang topics.